Welcome back to Fields and Skylines White Farm Let's Play, episode number 13. We are in March, and I was thinking we would probably go to April and do some planting, but because we have a lot of work to do in April, I think what we're going to do in this episode, we are going to do some grass work. We are going to mow our field, and then we're going to row it, and we're going to wrap it and try to start it towards silage. We have 7 bales currently of hay, 6 bales of silage, and I think I want to do silage because it takes 2 months for that to become or grass to become silage. And once we start making TMR, the hay and silage will go down, but we can make hay quicker because hay is just a mow, right? So we can have hay 3 months from now, whereas silage we can't have, like, you know, like if we were to do hay this month and then silage in 3 months, it would be 5 months. So I know we could probably let the grass grow another month and it would be a better yield. However, I think, like I said, because we have a busy April of two fields that are going to need planting, and all of the fert if it needs ferting, and all sorts of work. So I think that's what the plan is for right now. We'll see how long that takes. That might be an episode, or we might move into the next month if we have time. We'll see. But I think I'm going to mow with the John Deere. It's probably a little big. Doesn't turn quite as great, but because it's in this shed, it just will be easier. So we'll go ahead, pull out the mower, and I'm going to double check to make sure that it's set to mow and not mulch. And then I think we are going to, like, after you mow this and row it and wrap it, this field will need some fertilizer put on it. And I think what I might do is next month see if the slurry and manure will be enough to do that field and get that out. We have 6,000 liters of manure. I don't remember how much slurry we have. It's not a whole lot, but this field isn't. I mean, it's a big field, but it makes sense that it would get on this field. So let's go ahead and get the mower started. And let's get the work done. So while we're mowing, you can see we have about $60,000. We'll have a bunch of jam to sell here in a couple months, so we're doing pretty okay. We'll have a few more eggs to sell in a few months. So money-wise, I think we'll be all right. We still have to buy. Well, I was thinking about buying the field sensor on the one of the field sensors. Like I said, I was going to do them on the tractors, but this tractor here, for some reason, you can't buy the sensor. So it doesn't make sense to buy the sensor on one tractor and then not have it on the other tractor, and then have to lease a sensor all the time. So I think I'll probably end up buying just one of those sensors, and then the tractors can share them, and then maybe next season buy us the sensor for the other tractor on the tractor, and then they both have their own. is kind of one thing I've been thinking about. I don't know though exactly if that's my plan or not. It's just something I've been thinking about. Another purchase we could do. It's an expensive purchase. I think that thing is like $25,000 or 24,000, and that would eat a big chunk of our money. So maybe it's one of those things we continue to lease, and over time, and kind of go from there. So next month, though, we will be planting corn and soybeans. I think those are some good crops to get in the ground. I think they'll generate good revenue. I know like soybean and corn both can be fed to pigs, so if we start bringing pigs into the game, that's something else we can kind of do with that. So that's good. And then some channel news. Been getting ready to start a Let's Play Court Farm. I did mention previous episodes that running on the Xbox One, the map gets a little slow when you hire an AI worker. It's a little choppy and not so good. So I went out. So the Xbox One is in the office where I do the recording. So we have an Xbox X in the living room for the family, where the boys and the family do their gaming. And I loaded it up and did some testing, and it runs so much better on the Xbox X, which makes sense because that machine, let's face it, that Xbox X is way more powerful than the One. So I will try to do some recording from the office on Court. If it's not working out, then I'll have to figure out how to try to record from the living room when I do Let's Plays on Court Farm. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm doing it a little differently. I'm going to be starting Court Farm, not on the main farm. Before starting on a different farm. And we're not going to be starting in August. It's going to start in March. It's kind of a pain to get there. I've been trying to do some setup because I don't want to do another one of these like, hey, we're just starting out type of things. I really want it to be like, hey, we are a farm that's been in business. And I have a whole backstory that I'll share when we kick off in the Court Farm, and then kind of what the goals of that Let's Play are, and we'll go from there. And I'll probably try to do continue doing both White Farm and Court Farm together. So I think I might try to just do one episode of each a week, and then maybe if I have time, squeeze in a third episode of something. So we'll see. Let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on the schedule, plan of the channel, and all of that information. And also let me know down below what you think we should do for crop sensor. If we should continue leasing it, if we should buy one, buy two, how you think we should go about it. But at the end of the day, like being precision farming, I think it's important to have one. It's a lot cheaper to lease up front than to buy it up front. So, and the other thing I can do is maybe take on a contract or two, work a contract or two either during an episode or offline to get a little extra money. That might help as well. Right now it's all fertilizer contracts, and I don't like doing fertilizer contracts because they seem like they're worth a lot of money, but by the time you're done buying all the fertilizer you need and doing all that stuff, your income isn't really as great. Plus, if you're not good at fertilizing, you might spend more on the fertilizer than what you expected to, and even cuts into that profit more. But I'm pretty sure there'll be some contracts here in the next, well, April might be tough to do a contract, but in May I'm sure there'll be a contract. Because like April, we'll get the stuff in. April, we probably also have to do a spraying of weeds on the oats field. And then May we'll have to spray our other fields. So there's a lot to do, but not quite. I mean, those things go pretty quick, right? So I think in May we'd have time to take on a contract. If I'm not mistaken, in June or July we harvest our barley, and we can do the field prep on the barley and get it ready for whatever we decide to put in that field next. Definitely we'll have enough barley for the chickens we have at this time, although every month we're going to get more and more, which is a good thing. And pretty soon that coop will be full, and pretty soon we'll be getting eggs galore. So, and I think that'll be a good source of revenue. The eggs and the jam is a good tie me over revenue to get through the months. And then when we sell milk and we sell any crop that we may have left. See, this tree always gets me. That is kind of like what the plan will be. So eventually, once we have more cows and we're producing more milk, you know, we'll get a better consistent income than what we are right now. And I think that'll help the farm immensely. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll this up. I'll do that in a time lapse, and I'll see you when I'm done rowing. Rowing is finished, so we're gonna go ahead and bale this up and see how much silage we get, and then off of this, or how much grass we roll. Based off of this, I'm gonna try to calculate how many cows this field can support, because a cow, an average age cow, will eat like 325 liters a month of TMR. So 10 cows would eat 3,250 liters of TMR a month. And right now we're at about 10. And so if this field produces, say, whatever it comes up with. I think last time we did it, it was 8 bales, but that was, I think, on a 2-month cut as well. So we'll see where we're at. I didn't do the best job rowing, as you can tell, but we'll see where we are at. And then we can probably try to calculate how many cows we can have before we have to get either another field or hope for grass contracts that we can keep a bunch of stuff on. So, because usually with TMR, the way it worked, I mean, I don't know how this one's going to work, but it's usually like whatever you put in, you get out as TMR. So we'll see. But if we can maybe get this field can support maybe, I don't know, 15 cows, that would be great. 10 cows is where we're at right now. But I'm kind of hoping it will support a little bit more than 10. So we're going to try to do that calculation. I probably won't try to do that calculation on the air, because one thing I've learned, no matter how good at math I am, and I'm not very good at math, but no matter how good at math someone is, never try to do math on the air. It never works out. So but yeah, I think we'll go 3 months before the next mow. We'll probably mow it. It's March. So maybe in June we'll mow it again, and then maybe September, and get 3 mows out of it, which is good. I mean, that's where you kind of want to be. So, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna get. Well, I should have reset the bale counting thing. I don't know how to do that. I gotta figure out how to do that. So far we've done 45 bales of hay, straw, silage. Wow, this thing just doesn't want to turn sometimes. Maybe it's my controller. I don't know. But I should have reset it just to see. Although maybe it'll tell us the session. If I go into the settings, I'll take a look quickly once we are done here getting all of the grass picked up, all the little bits I've missed. Don't want to waste any. It's all green gold, right? So we'll take a look here. But yeah, once we know how many cows this field can support, then I'll feel comfortable knowing that we're in good shape, and knowing how important that next grass field is. So a little bit over here yet, and I think we got it all. So let's go ahead and shut that off, and let's take a look and see here. Does it say in here? I wonder if that was a mod that somebody had. Like right there's the quick bale. It doesn't show there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was a mod that I saw someone. Oh, here we go. Statistics. Seed usage, total session. So 9 bales. So we got 9 bales, which is one more than what we got last time. So that's good. I think these are what, 7,500 liters. So I think we should be able to support our 10 cows and even more. I'll do the math offline and see what I come up with. And maybe I'll do a mix. I'll try to do a TMR mix. I'll go and buy a big bag of mineral feed and that tree. I might need to get a chainsaw and cut down some trees. All right. So, and see what, what type of a mix I can get out of that, out of like one silage, one hay, a little straw. Can I get a good mix? Like, because my fear is like when you have a mixing wagon and you mix it, you can kind of just put a little bit of everything in to hit the lines and then pull out what you haven't used. But this, I'm not sure. It looks like you just kind of dump stuff in there. I don't know. Because, like, it's not a production. See, we have production to make silage. That's that other thing. So I don't know if maybe... let me just shut off and jump out. I don't know if I have to run a tractor in here. And it uses this thing as the mix. Like, I don't know. I just assumed, like, you dumped the TMR in from this silo. So that's going to be something we're going to learn at some point. But if we take a quick look at the cows, wow, quite a few chickens. Like I said, we have 10 cows. Food is starting to come down, which is good, which is why I think maybe next month, because like if we have 10 cows, they're going to do about 3,500 or 30,250. So it would be around 11,000. So we have 4 months worth of food left. So I think for a while we're okay. See, my fear is that we're going to overbuy cows and then not be able to support them and not have the money to buy a grass field. So for now, I'm not going to buy any more cows. We're just going to play it safely. How many of these young chickens do we have? Egg producer, not producing eggs. Not producing eggs. Definitely not producing eggs. But we got 20 new chickens last month. That's interesting. So that's cool. So we're gonna have a lot of chickens here producing pretty soon. So that's good. All right. Enough jibber jabber. Let's get back to work and collect these bales. I'm not gonna put them up in the rafters. I'm gonna leave them on the trailer until they're fermented. Actually, I can leave them in the field. We'll leave them in the field. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put this tractor so the question I have is, I think we're going to plant corn first. I think we're going to plant corn first next month. So I'm going to hook this up to the corn drill. Right about there. And hopefully we'll be able to get it in the ground. We'll see what happens. Do we have a sensor or do I have to rent it? Yeah, we have a sensor over here. We'll pick it up and then we're going to plant corn. And I think that's what we're going to do next. So I will see you in the next month of April. Welcome to April. As you see our little dog, he's swimming in the lake. Happy as can be. All right, so we're in April. First thing we'll do is check. Holy cow, we have to move some strawberries. Okay, it's storing, but that's all right. It can store, it looks like it can store more space, so that's good. We're almost out of strawberries though, so we're gonna, where did it go? We're gonna turn this off for now, until the berries build back up a little bit. We'll have to deal with that at some point. Let's go ahead, check on chickens. Almost have a pallet of eggs, which we can sell. 141 already. Wow, so they're really doing well. Let's check on their food. Yep, so the cows ate about as much food as we thought they would. Well, that's good. And the chickens have plenty of food. That's good. So now that we're getting chickens a lot quicker, we may have to pay closer attention to the barley. How much milk did we have? 3,000. We might do a milk trip this month. Definitely might have a pallet of eggs to sell. Definitely have some strawberry jam to sell. I don't know what the prices look like for any of this stuff, so let's take a look first at milk because we don't have enough eggs yet. Milk, not too bad. I mean, I don't know on the big scale of things where we were in April. It's going down, so we probably should sell the milk here sooner than later. Oops, I didn't do that. Let's check jam. Strawberry jam, it's going up. We could probably wait until May or even June. I think June will wait. Jam can keep until June, so we'll sell it all in June. So yeah, that's good. And then we definitely want to get our corn in and our soybeans in the ground today. I'm going to start with corn, and that might be the rest of this video is just planting the corn. And then next video we'll finish up soybean harvest. Oh, I never connected to it. Wonderful. We'll do the soybean harvest, and we will go from there with the soybean harvest, or the soybean planting in the next episode, and then probably some of the weed spraying and extra fertilizing if needed on our oats. Since we have to drive by there, we'll check it out once we get over there. I'm hoping this is ready. Like, I'm hoping I don't have to cultivate again. But we will find out. So, yeah, all right. Oh my goodness. Good thing. See, this is why I don't turn crop destruction on. Usually not because of my fault, but like trees or things just get in the way and you can't see what you're doing. All right. So this field, by the way, looks well planted. It does look like there are some weeds, so let me hop out, let that run and warm up. But like, it definitely needs herbicide, so we'll do that this month. But it still looks good with the nitrogen and pH level. So expected yield is only 72%. Yield potential is 80 though. So that's not bad. That's more of a quality of the soil, I think, than anything. So, all right, let's go ahead and unfold the crop sensor. Let's go ahead and unfold the seeder. Let's turn crop sensor on. Let's get lined up here. This field shouldn't take too long to plant. It's not very big. Lower it. We're set on corn. turn it on, and let's rock and roll. Oh, we don't have any seeds. Or fertilizer for that matter. So let's go and do this. And do this. And let's go fill her up with seeds. I wonder if this will work without fertilizer in it. I mean, I can get a little fert in here too. So we'll see how this works. I forgot the most important part of this. Is seeds. How can you drill seeds if you don't put seeds in the equipment? Alright. So we have seeds right here that we can buy, so we'll refuel. And then I'll just put a little bit of fert in. I'll grab one of these bags. Maybe. That's good. I don't think we're going to need much more than that. If we do, we can always get more. We also have to fertilize, like I said, we have to weed this field, and we have to fertilize the grass field this month, as well as plant the corn and plant the, all right, unfold, turn on, lower. I don't know if we can lower that. We don't need to lower that. And then let's go and unfold, lower, turn on. Let's see if this now works. It looks like it's doing it. Alright, so I don't know how much corn we're going to need or fertilizer. We may have to get more. But all in all, I think we will be okay. This is going a little bit slower than I thought it would, so I will jump into a time lapse. See you on the other side. corn is planted. The corn is planted. So that's good. Didn't take too long. It's a little small, a little slow. Planting some bigger fields will be a little longer, but we'll make it work. We didn't, as you can see, we used almost all the seeds. 77% of the seeds we put in. Now we didn't fill all the way up with fert, and we didn't use a whole lot of fert. As you can see, that field is probably a little over fertilized for corn. We have to be more careful when we do the fertilizing, the pre-fertilizing, that we pick the right crop that we're going to be putting in. So, but all in all, it went really well. All right, we'll just park this back up in here. So while I was doing that, I was thinking, we have a lot of liquid fertilizer we have to use, and we have to rent a sprayer to apply herbicide. So what I was thinking is we would use some of the liquid fert that we have right over there, and use some of that to do some of the fertilizing on the grass field, just to use it up. I know we were thinking about using the slurry and the manure, but we can definitely hold out on using that just to use up my mistake, and then go from there. But I think we'll take a quick look here at the field, make sure everything is going okay, and then I think we'll be calling it an episode. So let's go ahead, park this up. Nice and easy. All right, off. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the field. So if we come here, we should see corn, and we do. And it should be rowing once this map loads. There it is. This one does not show weeds. This does. So we go ahead and take a look when it loads. Yeah, we have weeds. These are all dead weeds. These are living ones that we'll take care of here in the next episode. This one will get some the next month that we'll take care of, and it'll be all right. So I think we're going to wrap up this episode here. And next episode, we'll finish off the planting and drilling. We'll do some of that weed killing and a little bit of fertilizing. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy videos like this. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And as always, please comment down below and let me know your thoughts on anything we talked about today. Court farm, field rotation that we're doing here, our plan for things. Yeah, just let me know. And with that, thank you and have a great day.